Hey y'all, it's Mary from Restless Chipotle, and let me ask you, who's ready for a party? This year has been hard. It's been just stressful and crazy and exhausting and frustrating and all of the things that you don't want a year to be. This year has been it. So, is it just me, or is it time for fall and pumpkin spice and cozy sweaters and hot chocolate and Hallmark movies? I thought so. Well, today I'm going to show you how to make the perfect appetizer for any of your fall parties. It's cozy, it's fun, it's easy, it's inexpensive, and it's not super fancy. It's definitely blue jean and cozy sweaters. This cookie tray with pumpkin pie dip, so good and so easy, and everybody is gonna love it, from the kids to the adults. So let's go over and get started. Hey y'all, so today I'm making this super easy pumpkin pie dip. It tastes like pumpkin pie, and it's so fun for all your fall parties and after school snacks, movie night, anything like that. You can use ginger snaps or graham crackers, vanilla wafers, homemade cookies, the vanilla Oreos, the carrot cake Oreos, any of that, anything you can think of you want to try with this dip. It's just really that good, and it's so easy. It'll keep for about 5 days in your refrigerator, so you can either make it ahead for a big party, or you can make it for the week and just let the kids snack on it all week long. So let's get started. All right, you want to have your cream cheese at room temperature, maybe slightly warmer. I've put this in the microwave to make it slightly warmer because I just think it mixes up smoother that way. Do not try to do this with cold cream cheese because it is going to be awful. This has been in the microwave, and so it's, let me see, it's kind of about the consistency of frosting, and that's how I like it. So if you can do it that way, do it that way. But if you've just left it at room temperature and it's room temperature, that's fine too. So you're going to put your cream cheese in, and you're going to add confectioner sugar, powdered sugar, depends on where you're from, what you call it. I like to call it confectioner sugar on the blog because people seem to understand that more than powdered sugar, but either way, it's the same stuff. I'm going to put that in a little at a time, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this on and add sugar. Once in a while, and you want to make sure that you have all of the powdered sugar up, which is a little easier for you doing it without trying to not get in the way of the camera than it is for me doing it and getting in the way of the camera, right? So get all of that powdered sugar in there. You don't want streaks of powdered sugar. And then I'm going to add some sour cream. Now, you don't have to add the sour cream. It's completely optional if you really hate the idea. But let me tell you what the sour cream does. It adds kind of a tangy balance to the sweetness of this that I really love. It takes it from having just like one layer of flavor, you know, just pumpkin pie sweet, to pumpkin pie sweet, but there's something else, a little something else there that nobody can recognize, and I really like it. So I'm going to add the sour cream. Now I've got some sour cream around the edges that isn't all the way mixed in, so I'm just gonna get that and try to get that in there, and we're gonna give it one more quick whirl in the blender, and not blender, in the mixer, and then we'll be ready to go on. All right, to that I'm gonna add, what do you think? Pumpkin, of course. And this is canned pumpkin puree. You can use homemade pumpkin puree. The only thing that you can't use and you want to be careful of is they have those big cans of pumpkin pie filling with the milk and everything already in it. Don't use those. So use a solid pack pumpkin puree or a homemade pumpkin puree, but not the pumpkin pie, the canned pumpkin pie mix, okay? Also, if you want to, you can substitute like acorn squash or Hubbard squash or sweet potatoes for the pumpkin in this recipe. So the other thing we're going to do is we have cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and I really like a little spice in mine, so this is ground chipotle. Now, I know a lot of you aren't going to like that. It's going to sound gross to you, so don't use it if you don't want. You want cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and I'm going to put some freshly ground nutmeg in there in just a minute. But I'm going to put these in first, and I just want you to know, if you don't have the cinnamon and ginger and cloves and nutmeg, you can use pumpkin pie spice. But those are all going to go in there just like that. All right. Now, I don't know how many of y'all use whole nutmeg. Let me show you one. Let me get this out of the way. This is a whole nutmeg. It looks like a little nut, and the way that it's used is you use a grater, and you just grate as much nutmeg as you want to put in there. The reason that I do it this way instead of buying the ground nutmeg is that this is so much fresher and more delicious tasting, you can't even believe it. So if you get a chance to try it this way, do it. If you just have ground nutmeg, don't feel bad about using it. But if you do get a chance to use whole nutmeg, you know, definitely do that. So I'm gonna put about, an eighth to a fourth of a teaspoon in. And it's that easy. So it's not like it's gonna take you a lot of extra time to use. Kitchen smells like pumpkin pie spice right now. All right. Gonna make sure this is all mixed in. The hardest part of this recipe is making sure that everything is mixed in like it should be. One more whirl. All right, we're going to take it out of here. I'm going to put this in this bowl. Now, I'm probably going to put it in a cuter bowl to serve, but this bowl is going to be perfect for refrigerating it. This dip needs to be refrigerated for about 8 hours or overnight. During that time, it will thicken up a little bit, And the flavors will blend, and it will be even more delicious than it is right now. And trust me, right now, it's super delicious. So I am going to put the top on this. Well, I'm going to clean off so I can lick my finger. I'm going to put the top on this, and I'm going to take it and put it right in the fridge. And I will see you back here in about 8 hours. Okay, y'all, here's our pumpkin dip. It's been in the refrigerator overnight, and it's rich, it's creamy, it's thick, and it smells so good. So what we need now is we need something to dip into it. I'm gonna set that aside. And what I like to do is to use some kind of flat surface, a cheese board or a tray of some sort, or whatever. And I like to arrange the pumpkin dip and the cookies or crackers or whatever I'm dipping into it on that. So I've got this little bowl, little vintage bowl, it's kind of cute. And I'm going to put some of the pumpkin dip in there, not all of it. Just like that. And I'm going to take a little nutmeg of the fresh nutmeg, or it's not fresh nutmeg, but the whole nutmegs. And I'm gonna, I can't find the other thing I was using, but I'm gonna put this, just grate a little bit of this over top. That. Now we need to arrange whatever we are going to put around the pumpkin dip. Now, these are pecan sandies, the kind that you buy at the store. And I like to use an assortment of things. So I've got some pecan sandies, and I have some vanilla wafers that I'm gonna put on there. Some people like apples, ginger snaps. Do you know our store was out of ginger snaps? It was crazy. It was like no ginger snaps, no toilet paper. Thanks, COVID. So I'm putting the vanilla wafers. Oh, that one's broken. I don't want to use that one. Vanilla wafers, pecan sandies, but I've also made some of my favorite sugar cookies to put on there, just so that it's a little bit more festive. And you'll see what I mean in just a minute. If you have, if you want to have apples on there, apple slices, be sure to dip them in orange juice or a little lemon to keep them from getting brown. Those are really good on there. I'm gonna put a few of these graham crackers there. These are just so cute for the kids. And you could put some grapes on, not that you would necessarily dip the grapes in the pumpkin dip, but they would add color and they would look really pretty. I'm gonna add color with my cookies. So I have my sugar cookies that I've cut out, and I have a couple of different pumpkin ones. And I have a couple of autumn leaf ones. So we'll put those in there. Let's see, maybe you can see better if I do like that. How about that? Is that better? And then some more of my pumpkins. And just take your time and arrange these any way you would like. And just make it look pretty. However whatever you want. And you could do any kind of cutouts. You could do a Thanksgiving turkey. You could do jack-o'-lanterns. You could do, whatever. This is absolutely just limited by your imagination and what you like and what you want to put on there. So I'm gonna fill in with a few more. I think maybe another autumn leaf here. And what else? How's that? Maybe a couple of more pecan sandies. What do you think? Like maybe right there. Take your time with it. Have a good time. Make it pretty. Enjoy what you're doing. I mean, that's part of it in life, right? We have to take the time to enjoy what we do, and that's how we get the most out of our lives. Okay, I think that's it. I don't really know that this one fits on there. Maybe it does, right there. So there's our cookie tray and our pumpkin dip. Let's go over to the table and talk about it, okay? So y'all, what do you think? What do you think about this? Is this not great? It's like a dessert, an appetizer, just something fun all by itself. So this pumpkin pie dip is so easy, and it stays good for probably at least 4 days in your refrigerator, tightly covered. I have never tried to freeze it, but I'm willing to bet that you could. I don't think there's anything in there that wouldn't freeze. And it's so much fun just dipping in it and just tasting that good pumpkin pie flavor. If you love pumpkin pie, you have to try this. You can make it easy on yourself and use the purchased cookies and graham crackers and that kind of thing, anything you can think of. Like I said, I did pecan sandies and vanilla wafers and graham crackers. Or you can make cute seasonal sugar cookies from my recipe and make cutouts and use those little autumn leaves or fat pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, Thanksgiving turkeys, whatever you want to make. And I guarantee when you put this in the middle of your snack table or in the middle of the coffee table on movie night, everybody's gonna go wild. So good. I hope you'll try it. I'll talk to you later. Love y'all. Bye-bye.